Students, I hope you are safe at home. Students, till now you had studied science as one of the subjects, but now the same science subject is divided into two parts. Namely, one is biology. The science is divided into two parts. One is biology, and the next one is physical sciences. Up to now, in 7th class, you studied science as one of the subject, but the science is divided into two parts. That means two subjects here. One is biology and next one is physical sciences. Biology, the word bio means life. The word bio means life. Logy means study of. Logy means study of. The word biology is derived from the Greek word. The word biology is derived from the Greek word. In the Greek language, bio means life, logy means study of. That means the branch of biology deals with the study of living organisms. Based on this, the organisms are divided into two types. Based on the life, the organisms are divided into two types. One is living organisms and second one is the non-living organisms. Living organisms, the organisms which has life, they are called as living organisms. For example, plants, animals and humans, all these plants, animals and humans have life because they show the movement, they show the growth, they show all the metabolic activities, so that they are said to be living organisms. Next one is non-living organism. Non-living organism, the organism which does not have the life, they are said to be non-living organisms. That means, for example, next one is non-living organisms. Non-living organisms which does not have the life, but that means they did not show any movement, they did not show the growth, they did not show the metabolic activities. For example, non-living organisms examples are rocks, soil, water, sunlight. These are the examples for non-living organisms. Living organisms are also called as biotic components. Why these are called as biotic component means already we discussed about in the biology. In the word biology, bio means life. The living organisms has life, so that only living organisms are also called as biotic components, and non-living organisms are called as non-biotic or abiotic components. Non-living organisms are called as abiotic components. Non-living organisms examples or abiotic components examples are a rock, soil, water, sunlight. These are the examples for non-living organisms. Next, coming to our 8th class. In our 8th class, what is our first lesson name is what is science? What is science? Our first lesson name is what is science. The word science, which is derived from the Latin word scientia. Latin word scientia. Scientia means gaining or acquiring knowledge. Scientia means knowledge. That means gaining or acquiring knowledge. That means we are with the help of the science, we are gaining the knowledge. The word science is derived from the Latin word scientia. Scientia means knowledge or acquiring knowledge about the nature or through the entire world. We are gaining knowledge about the entire world. We are getting more knowledge about the nature or the world or the universe. We are gaining more knowledge with the help of the sciences. So that only science is a basic unit of knowledge. That means if it is amazing to think that the facilities available today when compared to primitive era. Today we have mobile phones, computers, laptops, internet, space, shuttles, robotics, hybrid food grains, which medicines, all these are results of ideas which are originated in human minds. Science is based on process of thinking. Science is based on process of thinking. Science is based on the questioning. Some curious minds got questions, isn't it? in our schools, if in our schools or whatever it is in our class, if madam said any lessons or sir said any lessons, means after some curious minds, some energetic people or energetic students will ask questions, will rise and ask questions, because they think about that, they think the concept which was said by madam or sir, and then they able to raise the questions. That means science is based on the questioning, science is based on thinking, science is based on experimentation. Science is based on experimentation. Science is the study of truth and facts. Science is based on truth and facts. What is truth and what is fact? That only the science deals with the truth and fact. What is the next one? Science. It's some of the questions may sprout in your mind, isn't it? Let me ask you some questions. Why do leaves fall down from the trees when they turn into yellow? Let's think. Why do leaves fall down from the trees when they turn into yellow? For what reason? What are the reasons why leaves fall down from the trees when they turn into yellow? During spring season or summer season, plants make a lot of chlorophyll. Yes, chlorophyll goes away from the other plants, show their color. That's why leaves turn yellow or red. Let me ask another question. How do ants identify sweets kept in a tin? How do ants identify sweets kept in a tin? Ants have the special organs called sense organs, which are great. Ants have far better sense of smell. They can find things by smell. Even if they are out of sight also, ants have the far better sense of smell. They can find the things immediately, and they can find the things with the help of the smell. They can identify the sweets whether it is kept in a tin also. Next question. Why we cannot see the stars during daytime? During daytime we cannot see the stars, isn't it? Why? What is the reason why we cannot see the stars during daytime? Yes, we all know that sun is a star. Sun is a star that is nearest to the earth. During the day, the sun's light is so bright that we cannot see the light of other stars. It means during day sun is the bright. During the daytime, sun's light is so bright, so that we cannot see the stars during daytime. Next question. Pickles do not spoil, but sambar gets spoiled. Why? Pickles are we can store pickles up to 1 year, isn't it? But we cannot store the sambar up to 1 year. What happens? One day after, the sambar gets spoiled, isn't it? Why? What's the reason? Pickles contain high concentration of salts and lot of oil. These are the preservatives. But in sambar, the water content is large, which is favorable for the growth of microorganisms. Pickles have preservative content, so that only we can store them up to 1 year. But whereas sambar, that we cannot store long time, because sambar is rich water content, so that it is favorable for the growth of microorganisms. So that only we cannot store the sambar for a long time. Students, that means all these questions arises in your mind. They bring your answers to the questions. The science is the based on the questions, based on the thinking, based on the questioning, based on the experimentations, based on the truth and facts, based on the observations, the science will get more knowledge. In the next class, I will discuss about the remaining